Keith here from Orchid Supplies UK. I'm just going to do a little talk about potting mixers, potting pots, just the general stuff that you can find to pot your orchids up, basically. If you hear any rustling about, that'll be my Westie, partner in crime, Summer. So if you hear her, there she is. Say hello, son. That's the pooch. So right, let's crack on with this then. If I start with the potting mixers. Potting mixers are so varied, and you'll come across so many different variations that you can go from anything from small bark up to large bark to medium bark to moss to bark mixers, blends, you name it, it's all out there, and a lot of them are personal preferences. And basically what you're looking at, basically you want a mix to basically suit maybe your needs. So if you overwater a lot, you might go for, you know, a really chunky mix so you can water more, so you're retaining that, you know, dryness and the air ratio in your pot. If you tend not to water too much because you've got less time, probably like me, I don't water, you know, I haven't got time to water every day, so you may want a more moisture retentive mixture. But I'll go through all these mixers, and I'll start off with I'll go from probably small. So small grade bark, this is our small grade bark, and it's between fractions of 5 to 15 mil. And as you can see, it's pretty even. It's a really good bark, this one, small grade bark. Medium grade bark is, so that's 5 to 15. The medium grade bark is 15 to 25 mil. So you're going from 15 mil pieces up to 25 mil pieces. So you're getting that range there. So they're the plain barks. That's just the bark, orchid barks on their own. We do a mix that we call the 50-50 mix. It's basically the small and the medium mixed. So you've got a range from 15 to 25. So you see the difference there. That's quite a nice mix, the 50-50 mix. You've got half of both. We do a general mix, and this is basically the medium grade bark to the 15 to 25 mil, and then you've got pieces of coconut husk. I think this mix we are going to discontinue. I think we're going to stop using the husk because it's a bit more difficult to get on with. It's another mix that maybe I'm thinking, you know, the actual husk, do we need or not? So I'm thinking that mix will probably be superseded by something like the 50-50 mix. But maybe instead of 50-50 I might go 75% medium and 25% small grade. Stepping up from the medium grade bark, which we do a Peddlin and Phalaenopsis mix. And that is basically exactly the same mix as the general mix that we sell, but this has got horticultural foam added in, chopped horticultural foam in there, and that just I see it as acting like a little like moss. It retains moisture, water, but also retains a lot of air, so you get pockets within your bark. A lot of people like that, but some don't because it's white. It's not organic, you know, it's not natural, and it is white, but it is a popular mix. We'll go on to sphagnum moss. This is New Zealand sphagnum moss which we sell. It comes dry in packs. You have to add water to this, and then once it's soaked up, you squeeze the water out and you get a nice fluffy sphagnum moss. Now you can just pot straight into sphagnum moss and nothing else. Some people may add this, for example, to any of these mixers. You could add it to the 50-50 mix. You could add it to the general, you know, the bark on its own. You know, it's like I say, it's all personal choice, but there's plenty of options. Some people, if they've got Phalaenopsis, slipper orchids, they're just growing rockwool cubes, 1 centimetre rockwool cubes. That's totally inert, so you really do need an orchid feed, and I'd recommend an orchid feed with any mixture. Clay pebbles. We've got clay pebbles. Now a lot of people use them for a gravel, you know, a tray, drip tray. moisture tray, humidity tray, whatever you want to call it. They put that down and they sit their pots, you know, on the actual clay pebbles. But some people now, they call it semi-hydroponic, they are actually growing in clay pebbles, and that's it as a medium. That's the medium, that's it, with just a shallow dish of water. Be careful with this one. Perlite. This is P35 perlite. It's not standard perlite, it's not as dusty, it's slightly more uniform in size and shape, so you're getting less dust. Now this is what we call, this is perlite again, but it's large perlite. So you've got smaller pieces, call it super large perlite, I do. America they call it sponge rock. We're hoping to get the smaller size down from this in April, so hopefully there'll be a smaller one. This is called super large, that one, but hopefully we'll get a more standard size, so bigger than normal perlite, quite a lot of pearl, you know, like a nice size. I think they're about 5 to 10 mil in size. And that's the mixers really. There's plenty of options there. Quickly go through pots. Clear pots. Everyone really likes clear pots. They are more expensive than obviously plain black pots, but with a clear pot you can see the roots, you can see when they need watering, and that's it really. They are just ideal for those reasons. So for that reason they are better. These are ear cone pots. They've got an ear cone in the bottom. This is a standard ear cone pot. It's 12 centimetres. That's a 12 centimetre ear cone, but these are growth technology ones, this range now. And there's a bigger cone. Now that's to aid airflow. So there's your pot. Got your bark in, and the air can easily get inside, and you're getting airflow through the pot. So it aids, just, you know, gives you more air in the pot. So it should dry out quicker, and you're not getting, hopefully, that wet core inside where the top dries very quickly and you've got the inner core that's soggy. So hopefully prevent that a little bit. And these are just the different sizes. 13 centimetre ear cone, 15 centimetres, and then once we go up to 17 centimetres, they're just flat bottom pots. What I have done in the past, I've not got one here, but you can get little net pots or a pot like that, and you could upturn it upside down in the bottom, so you're creating your own void. Or get a net pot, you can do that if you want to. They're 17 centimetres, and they go up to 19 centimetres, 21 centimetres. We also do a 9 centimetre pot as well. And that really is basically it. When you're watering orchids, you want moisture at the roots, but you don't want to overwater them. So, and I do advocate to soak and then allow to slightly dry between waterings. So you can say like the mimicking nature. They might be clung to a tree, epiphytic on a tree, and it rains, they get wet, the roots act like a sponge, they take in the moisture, then after that they get good airflow, then they slightly dry out, and then they go for that cycle. If you keep them wet all the time, the likelihood is you'll rot the roots. Keep them dry all the time, the roots will probably shrivel and the leaves will go limp. And so you're getting, you know, your two extremes there. You're trying to, you know, cut out extremes. And that is basic, you know, potting mixers. Like I say, I think the 50-50 mix is a good place to start. Or you mix the components, you buy the components and you make them yourself. A lot of mixers you see out there, I would probably say they're a 3-1-1. So 3 parts of, say, a medium grade bark, to 1 part moss, and maybe 1 part perlite or sponge rock. So you can mix it up how you want. And that's it for now. What I'm going to do a video. I've got some plants that I've been given, and I'm going to do a potting demonstration next, which will follow on from this, but that will be another video. Please subscribe to the page. Visit our Facebook business page, Orchid Supplies UK, and like it. I put on lots of information on there, posts. It's not all spammy with business stuff. There's lots of articles, discussion. We've also got a Facebook group the Orchid and Gardening Forum. Be nice to see someone there. Join on that. There's plenty of chat. People from all over the world. You name it, they're on there from all over the world. Really interesting. Thanks for watching, and catch the next video. Thank you.